Hi friends, Alex Kais with A Home in Seattle, here with your Seattle housing market update for October. If you've been enjoying this content about making a home in Seattle, please make sure that you subscribe and like down below. The weather's taken a turn for fall the past few days, but I don't really mind because I get to switch out to my fall mug. So let's grab a cup of coffee and dive into the data. I've been hearing a lot of conflicting reports lately that people are leaving cities because of COVID. And frankly, the headlines have a bit of a doomsday tone, claiming that people, especially millennials, are fleeing urban centers in droves. In the city of Seattle, the housing market is still very strong. In fact, the median sales price is sitting right at about $741, 6.5% higher than this time last year. We have more inventory than this time last year. And the list price to sales price ratio is at about 101.7%. That's a little lower than last month, a sign that things might start slowing down for the season. But it still means that homes are selling higher than list price in the city of Seattle proper. But that's not what you hear on the news these days. So what's really going on? I'm going to do a little research to try and make sense of this. My main takeaway is that statistics are entirely subjective. There's a lot of different factors contributing to the theory that people are leaving cities, and depending on the data that you're looking at, you can tell a number of different stories. Here's a chart of King and Snohomish County inventory. The blue line depicts the Seattle suburbs, while the red one shows inventory in just Seattle proper. We can see that inventory has increased in Seattle in the past year, while it has decreased in Seattle suburbs. That would seem to indicate that people are leaving the city. Or does it? You see, this data doesn't show where people are actually going when they sell, just the fact that they're selling. You also have to remember that mortgage rates are at an all-time low. I may have mentioned this already, but I had clients recently who got 2.5% interest rate on a 30-year mortgage, and that's just insane. So perhaps the uptake in sales in Seattle are people that are just taking advantage of these low interest rates and would have moved in a year or two anyways. Or maybe people are selling in order to move up in house or move down. Or maybe people are just moving to another neighborhood to try something new. Another thing to keep in mind is that a lot of these news outlets are coming from New York City, which is a vastly different city than Seattle. But it is true that suburban prices are rising faster than they are in Seattle. The suburbs have seen a price increase of 15%, while the city of Seattle itself has seen about 6.5%. So while values are increasing in the suburbs, don't discount city life yet because the housing market is as strong as ever. I've been hearing anecdotally that a lot of people are working on home improvement projects these days. I don't have any statistics to back this up, so let's head over to Home Depot for some empirical data collection. It's been kind of a madhouse every time I come here, but I'm looking to spruce up my home office a little bit, so gotta venture inside. Okay, I may have been downplaying it a little bit when I said I needed to spruce up my office. This detached building on my property has been on my to-do list for a few years now. It originally housed a hot tub and we had to cut a hole in the wall to get it out. But now the place is gutted and I'm just waiting for a contractor to come and put the place back together again. This segue brings me to another notable fact about this housing market. Low interest rates are causing a lot of people to refinance their home instead of moving. That's part of the reason there's such low inventory in the suburbs right now. People are able to pull equity out of their house and tackle home improvement projects like this one. Kendall and I recently refinanced, and it took a little bit longer than I thought it would because our lender's so busy with everybody doing this. If you need a good lender recommendation, let me know. You should also know that starting December 1st, there's going to be a new 0.5% fee on all new refinances. And this is to protect Fannie and Freddie from any potential losses due to the extraordinarily low rates. I'm going to have plaster on my pants. Okay, That was a lot, I know. I want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody that's watched these videos. It's been fun reading your comments and grabbing coffee with a few of you. So let's take a moment to look at comments from this last month. Zach Ginn says, I always love watching these well-researched market updates from you. Do you think we're headed for a V or an L-shaped real estate market in the future? It's a good question. I don't think the pandemic really affected real estate that much in the Seattle area. Low inventory and the fact that we're bounded by water on all sides kind of just kept prices going up. Chris K says, love the neighborhood spotlights. Watched your Fremont one, then your Green Lake one. I'm gonna try and make more of these neighborhood spotlights. They're fun to make, but pandemic just makes it hard to get around town and go into coffee shops and bring a camera around. So stay tuned. Christopher Feltner says, your videos are awesome. They make me so excited to move to Seattle. Seattle's awesome. Kitty Growl says, great video. For those of us who might be working from home but moving to Seattle, do you have any recommendations on how to make friends / meet people? Any good places I could pop up my laptop for the afternoon to work where I might meet people? Thanks. It's a good question. I think Seattle's kind of a hard place to meet people. There's the thing called the Seattle freeze, and I don't know, it might exist, might not. But people are a little frosty. Fremont Brewery's open, and it's a good place to do work. People are always friendly. It's easy to strike up a conversation. Bookshops are doing book clubs over Zoom, so it's a good opportunity to kind of read a book with other people and talk about it. I don't know, there's a few opportunities, and COVID's actually making new ones. Okay, if you're thinking about making a home in Seattle, send me a message.